Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Sister Wives, Season 18, Episode 10.
No Christine slander will be allowed. That's all I kept hearing from the comments of last episode. That no Christine slander will be allowed. But before we get into this episode, Blair, I want to tell the people to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you for doing those. Thank you for the comments, every comment. Speaking of comments, I want to dedicate this episode, before we get into it, Blair, to Wendy Smith 984. The last comment that she gave us was, y'all pitiful. This is
happy Monday to you too, Wendy.
Yeah. After telling her, she told us to stop reviewing the show since we don't know anything.
Okay.
And I told her that we would not do that, and she said, well, we should. And I told her that this next episode will be dedicated to her. And her last comment was, y'all pitiful. So I hope you're watching. Hopefully we...
Thanks for commenting.
Yeah, hopefully we make you feel some type of way. Everybody else, Jacqueline, I like to see you back in the comments. I haven't seen you in the comments in a while. Thank you, Jacqueline, for commenting. This episode was so interesting. One of my favorite episodes. I know I say that about every episode, but this episode seemed to give us some type of clarity on where they are at that moment. So Blair, walk us through it, please.
All right. Well, we are talking about Easter because it is Easter. And it's interesting how the family dynamics are played out over Easter and all of their different views about Easter.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, Christine, she's telling us that Easter, they used to celebrate it as a family when the kids were little, but Cody felt that it was too pagan. And Cody was trying to keep it more Christ-centered instead of focusing on the Easter holiday. Yeah,
I think he said something across the lines of he's not going to celebrate Easter, but Passover or something across those lines. I think that's what he said.
Yeah. And the thing is, Robyn's kids celebrated Easter. And Robyn, when she came into the family, she said she was going to celebrate Easter and she was going to go to her parents' house if Cody and them wasn't going to be celebrating. Cody didn't want her to leave, so they meshed Easter and Passover together from Christine's mouth.
What did you think about that?
I felt like, I don't know, I believe it, number one.
Okay.
But also I felt like that's just another testament to how Cody bends to Robyn. But I think also you bend to people you like and enjoy. So I don't think that's such a conundrum. You know what I mean? Like if Cody's saying this is it, this is how we're doing it, and everybody's groaning and awing, that's one thing. But if Robyn, somebody who really cares about her opinion, feels that way, then of course he's going to change. It's not right, but I can get how it happened.
Hey, listen, let me get the chant out the way, because there's going to be a lot of things that was said amongst all parties. So let me get the chant out the way.
Yeah.
Cody, it's your fault.
Yes.
One more time.
Cody, it's your fault.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. I was going to say one more time.
Oh, you want to say one more time? Okay.
Cody, it's your fault.
Go ahead, Blair. Walk us through it.
It felt good 3 times.
Yeah,
okay.
2 was kind of incomplete. I feel you.
Yeah. Well, Christine felt that Robyn had more leverage over Cody. Robyn thought things would change with a new wife, bringing in new ideas. She just thought... So the way she came across to me is like she was the innovative one.
Who's this?
Robyn. Like she was just like, I just had new ideas. I'm just a different person. I brought this up and we went with it, and I'm just new and different.
Robyn, stop it.
Like the other women probably haven't had these conversations with him.
Or probably didn't have Easter without you before you was in the fall. Robyn, stop it, please.
Well, Christine is deciding to celebrate Easter from now on. Yeah, Robyn just came across as though she was innovative. But I'm sure all the other ladies have talked about Easter and how they want to celebrate before. Like, that's nothing new.
Sure.
Yeah. Christine is now deciding she wants to celebrate Easter from here on out. Janelle comes over to celebrate Easter with Christine and her kids, and some of Janelle's kids are there too. Cody is saying that his life with Robyn and his children is okay. He's okay with that, but he's still hopeful to fix things with the rest of the family.
Yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. Janelle, she wants to create and establish traditions for her and Christine's kids. Cody, he just makes a remark that they just wanted to do this without dad. Christine feels like it's a real holiday. There's no tension, and it feels very positive.
Yeah.
Robyn, it hurts her heart that they don't get to do holidays together. And she says even when she thinks about it or wants to start planning, it's really hurtful to her.
Yeah, I don't believe that, but continue.
With Meri, for Easter, Kody and Robyn didn't invite her over for anything. So Meri wasn't going to invite herself, so she just had a chill day at the house.
Yeah.
And Janelle said that she has peace and she's really not missing Kody, Robyn, or Meri.
Now, let's talk about this first scene or these first couple of scenes to where Cody's used this word loyalty in this scene, where he's basically said he's with the people that he's going to spend time with Robyn because she's loyal to him. Be careful about people who use that word loyal because that basically means how people use it is that I can treat you any type of way. And because I'm treating you any type of way, your only job is to be loyal to me. So to him, he don't view being with his other kids or things like that as a responsibility. He's not loyal to them. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? As the father, as the patriarch of the family. I understand you have Garrison there, that's Janelle's son, and he could come off as a jerk. And he could come off as we don't need that, we having a good time with Easter and things like that. But it is not the job of the father, that's you, Kody, to basically predicate how you father your children based on how your kids treat you. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if he ever heard of this because, he's not black or anything, but there's something called pop-ups, right? If I was in Kody's shoes, there'd be a lot of pop-ups. There'd be a lot of I'm just coming by to see you. I'm going to see about you because it is my responsibility. It's so crazy how in the faith, they use their marriage as a faith symbol. But being a father is part of that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not just being married to multiple women is part of the polygamy faith and things of that nature. You have to be the father of the families. And the fact that he's only using the excuse of, hey, listen, I only go where I wanted. I'm like, you don't get to make that choice, Kody. You're the father. You get what I'm saying? Based on your faith, based on your beliefs and things of that nature. You can't choose to believe in the religion when Easter is pagan, but then I get to be an absent father to everybody else. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Continue. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to say that stood out to me in this scene was when Meri was saying Kody and Robyn didn't invite her over for anything. Yeah. But Robyn is over there crying, talking about how they don't do holidays together and it really upsets her. I'm like, if...
Somebody's lying.
I'm just saying, okay, maybe y'all didn't celebrate Easter. I mean, I don't know, because Robyn, you celebrate Easter with your kids. You could have invited Meri. And Meri has been the family, in the family with you and Kody and doing stuff together all the time. So why didn't Meri get an invite for this holiday?
At least invite one wife.
Yeah. So to me, that seemed a little fishy to me. Her being so hurt and so upset, which I'm sure she is in some regard, but you didn't make the effort to reach out to Meri for her to come over.
Yeah. So. I think she's only hurt if the producer frame the question that way in the confessionals. Yeah. How do you feel about y'all not coming together on the holidays? And then I think she'd be like, yeah, it's hurtful. But I don't think she hurt, because that's a good point that actually that you pointed out that, hey, I thought you and Meri was developing this relationship. Yeah. Don't only build this relationship or have this fake relationship based on, hey, Meri, what are you going to do? Are you going to leave? You going to stay? You going to leave? You going to stay? But when she's gone and things like that, and all of a sudden the relationship is non-existent, no, you should have invited her to Easter or to celebrate or a holiday that everybody can partake in. I have no problem with Christine actually picking up the tradition of Easter because she feels like she's doing things that she wasn't allowed to do or wasn't able to do when she was married. So she's definitely experiencing some type of freedom as not being part of that sister wife cult, I guess. So I have no problem with that. Continue.
Yeah. Well, we see Meri at the B&B with her best friend Jen. Yeah. They are, of course, I feel like everything with Meri is reiterated. She has stuff going on, but it's the same stuff every episode. Oh, no. So they're getting the clothing boutique together in the carriage house. Yeah. Meri doesn't have trust in the family to be herself and be comfortable. So she's really close with Jen because she loves the relationship. It's so easy. Okay. And Kody said that the relationship with Meri is distance. And he really just doesn't know what to do with Meri.
I think he know what he wants to do with Meri, but it takes two to make that happen.
Yeah, he's just like, there's no fire. I don't know what to do with a relationship without any fire.
He's like, yo, I don't want to be with you. This is not I know y'all telling me to watch every episode from season 1, but I have. And y'all keep telling me that these confessionals is filmed after the fact of the actual scene that's going on. But that doesn't take away the fact that Kody not only said it in the confessionals that he want nothing to do with Meri, he tells Meri to her face, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
He said that when they was getting divorced, basically off the catfish and things of that nature. There's so many instances that he give her clues, if not outright said it.
And if anything, Kody's consistent.
He don't want nothing to do with Meri.
Exactly. This is not new information.
No.
Everybody knows it, and she just wants to stay put.
She just want to stay put. Anything else happen in that scene?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What really stuck out to me really was Robyn. She was saying that if Meri sticks around, Kody works on things with Janelle, he works through his anger, then there's a chance for things to work out between Meri and Kody.
What do you think about that, Blair?
That was so selfish. You want this lady to just sit away, pine away, just get older.
She can sit in a barn.
In a barndominium. And just sit in a house by herself until Kody works through his life issues and maybe possibly he might want to be with Meri.
That
doesn't make sense, Robyn.
For one, listen here. Let me take off my monogamous hat. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to put it on the table right here. I don't know how polygamy works. I'm guessing it works like every other marriage in the sense of pillow talk. You know, there's a conversation that happens, unless y'all just don't talk in the house.
Yeah.
I have to believe that Robyn knows how Kody feels about Meri. Even if it's not in the bedroom talking and conversation, she have to watch the show, don't she?
Yeah.
She have to watch the production and the confessionals and the tell-all and all these reunion shows and things of that nature. She has to know how he feels about Meri, even if he don't tell her directly how he feels about Meri. So to say that, Kody's going to work through things, the only evidence that Kody is working through things is one of his wives divorced him. Christine. And guess what? Another one is on the way.
Yeah.
Janelle. So, like, what makes you think that, or what gives you hope that Kody's going to work through his anger, work through his issues, work through his absence to his kids, work through his basically being a patriarch of the family, that all of a sudden it's going to basically turn around overnight and Meri will now be viewed as loved by Kody? It's not going to happen. It's delusion. It's not going to happen. Yeah. And to give Meri that hope, I hope you're not giving Meri that hope, Robyn, because everybody knows you're the favorite wife. Hell, you're probably the only wife, So I can only imagine Robyn telling Meri, like, there's hope, there's hope, there's hope. Meri probably thinking, well, maybe she knows something I don't.
Well, even Meri said that Robyn has always been supportive of Meri staying and not leaving. She's always telling her to stay. And Meri was, when she had that conversation with Kody and Robyn in the kitchen, she was hoping that it would be a wake-up call to Kody, that another wife could possibly be leaving. But Kody does not care. And he's made it clear. Robyn knows. Everybody can see it. Everybody can hear it, because he literally says, I don't know why you're not moving on.
Exactly. he literally said it. There's people in the comments, shout out to people in the comments, that they said that they only want Meri and Janelle around for the money. Kody literally said out his mouth, Meri leaving do not affect me. I don't want nothing to do with that woman. It doesn't affect me. So I'm only going off of what he says. Yeah. My job is, and Blair's job is to review what we see and things like that, and to give our opinions. And I appreciate everybody's opinions. But I don't think Kody wants Meri around just for the money and for the financial stability of the family. He literally, even if that is a fact, that, like Meri bring in some financial income to the family, he is giving me the idea of, I don't even care if you just go and be in that B&B or wherever you at upstate, just stay there. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? There was another part in that scene. I don't know if you're going to mention it. She made a joke talking about her best friend. I think her best friend name is Jen. Yeah. And I think Jen's husband washed her car as well.
Yeah, like he takes care of her.
Like he takes care of her. And she was like, calm down, guys. It's a platonic relationship, okay? Listen here, I don't know what y'all doing up there. Okay? I don't think nobody thinks, or at least I didn't get the idea that, like, that it's not a platonic relationship. But the thing that confuses me about Meri is that she has shown that she can go out or will go out and get attention from somebody else with the catfish situation. Why haven't she done that again? Now with the evidence of Cody telling her, I don't want to be with you. Why don't she just go back on the streets of like trying to date somebody else? You get what I'm saying? We heard Meri say a whole bunch of times throughout the season that she, like, even though she's polygamous, she's not really like faith bound by it. Yeah. So I'm like, why don't she just go find somebody else? Like, why is she hoping that Cody like open his eyes? So I'm like, you already shown evidence within the marriage that you would go out and step out. So just do it again. But this time, like, there won't be no ramifications for it. Yeah. Like, I'm very confused about that. Cody's not going to divorce you now. Cody's not going to not talk to you now. He already don't do that. So
that's why I say she just scared.
Okay, true.
She just scared.
You scared. Continue.
Next, Cody tells us he doesn't know what to do. He says he's married to the love of his life, and he has all these other situations.
Wow. Side chicks. Cody is...
What, your other wives?
Yes.
These are the situations?
Cody, listen, this is why people come in the comments and other people's comments and call you, like, crap. They call you other names, but I'm going to keep it PG. You know what I mean? Because you are calling your other wives situations. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
And then while calling them situations, calling one the love of your life. And no wonder why Rob is on here talking about some, like, I'm not the bad guy here. Well, listen here. Y'all both do a good job framing yourself to be. Because you got Cody over here basically making it seem like, you know what, Robyn is the one and only, and everybody else is the others. And you got Robyn over here giving false hope to Meri and always talking about, like, whenever the holidays come around, I'm in mourning partially because I want everybody to be around. But I don't see no effort on both parts. Only thing I hear is Cody saying, you know what, maybe I just need to be monogamous. Yeah. I am married to the love of my life. Continue, Blair.
Yeah. Well, Janelle doesn't... Sorry. You're fine. Janelle doesn't want to reconcile, so they only talk every once in a while. Yeah. If Janelle and him reconcile, the Christine friendship would need to end. He says that Christine has too much influence, and Janelle tells her too much. Christine's going to know stuff. All the kids are going to know stuff. He's just like, that would have to be nipped in the bud.
How you feel about Cody saying that?
I agree. They're very close. I do feel like Christine also has ulterior motives of even just gathering information, making herself feel good. Like, and different comments she makes further on in the episode just makes you think, like, she's not just this happy-go-lucky person. Like, she's got issues and she wants people to revel in them with her. Yes. Like, I'm just like, absolutely, I agree with Cody.
Yeah. My thing with that is, even though I agree with you, I don't agree for the same reasons with Cody. Cody said in order for them to reconcile, she has to basically disband her friendship with Christine. Yeah. First of all, Christine wasn't the one that broke y'all up. In order for y'all to reconcile, you need to change, Cody. Yeah. It starts there first. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? She wouldn't be in this situation of basically hanging with Christine and telling her information, even though I don't think Janelle really says a lot. Janelle says enough, but not a lot. Yeah. If you was a better husband. You get what I'm saying? But I do agree with you of if Janelle was in the mindset of reconciling, even though she's not, as we see. If she was in the mindset of reconciling, I do think she do need to put distance away from the one that just divorced the man. Who's telling everybody through the TV, leave your man, leave your husband. You know exactly, I mean? Yes. I think she do need to put distance between Christine if Janelle was in the mindset of reconciling. But as we see throughout this episode and other episodes, that she's not in the mindset. She don't want to reconcile. Continue.
Well, we go to Christine and Janelle, and they're at the house with the kids at Garrison's house this time, and they're talking about Thanksgiving for this year.
I hear you.
And they'd like to have Thanksgiving at Christine's.
I hear you.
Janelle can't see herself having any more holidays with Cody. And Garrison was considering having his house be common ground where people can come meet up. I think it was Christine and Janelle, or one of them was just like, Cody's not going to be into that. He's going to be like, I have a house, just come to my house. And then we cut to Cody, who says that he has a house and tells him to come to his house, which is Robyn and his house.
Cody, you're so tone deaf to everything. You're so tone deaf. Like it's not about who has a house and who don't have a house. It's about your responsibility and your title to these children. You know, these grown children. Even though Garrison could come off as a little jerky. You get what I'm saying? It's your responsibility to at least continuously pull out the olive branch.
Yeah.
I understand that. Guess what? Grown-ups' feelings get hurt. I'm sure there's people in this comments that have kids, and I'm sure kids have hurt them. I'm sure their kids have said things or done things that made them disappointed in them. But they are not like, and I hope y'all not like, they are not like, you know what? I'm only going to be loyal to my good kids.
Yeah.
I'm only going to be loyal to the ones that like me. Like, no, your job as a parent is to always pull out that olive branch and things like that. And if Garrison is grown enough or wants to be grown enough to basically resist or to dismiss that olive branch and don't want a relationship, that does not stop you from being a father and continuously doing it.
Yeah.
You can't be a kid and saying, I'm only going to be with people that like me. You got to grow up, Cody. You have to grow up. Yeah. Continue.
Well, both Christine and Janelle haven't seen Meri or Robyn recently. And Robyn, we see that she brings the kids to visit Meri. And Meri is saying that she just really enjoys Robyn and the kids, and she's not going to walk away from this experience as far as leaving the family. And for that, to me, I was just like...
Help me.
It felt a little bit like manipulation.
From Robyn, right?
Yes, because I'm like, you didn't invite her over for the holiday. You didn't invite her to come to church, have dinner, anything like that. But it's a couple days after y'all had y'all family time. And now it's just like, let's go by and visit Meri. And now Meri feels pulled in again. I'm just like... This is not the best thing for Meri to stay. Like, don't make it even harder for her to go.
If Meri get pulled in, then Meri's a fool because Robyn visit her with the kids, not Robyn and Cody visit her with the kids.
True.
So it's like it's manipulation from your point of how you explain it in the sense of Robyn's going up there basically giving false hope. But if Meri just opened her eyes and realized that only Robyn's there, you get what I'm saying? Cody's not there saying, hey, how are you? How are things? What's going on? And things of that nature. How the kids? You know what I mean? Only Robyn's there. So I don't even understand why Robyn is in the business of manipulating or even in the business of giving false hope for. Like just leave it alone. Visit her, do your part. That's why people don't believe when she be crying. Because you cry in the confessionals even though it's filmed after things of that nature. But we see what you're doing. If just invite, if she would have invited her to not Thanksgiving, Easter, things like that, then maybe we would have viewed it differently of oh, you really did build this relationship with this person. But really what we see based on the evidence of the show is that you are as involved as Cody in y'all bubble.
And also, I don't know if you remember, but during, I think it was Christmas, McKelty came over with the baby and stuff, and they didn't invite Meri to come back to the house for that. They just had her over for Christmas. And I'm just like, y'all, I don't know. With Robyn, okay, you want your sister vibes, you want all this type of stuff. But to me, I'm just like, you're not...
You got to show me more.
Exactly. All of your actions aren't pointing to that. It's kind of like picking and choosing. But I also realize that Cody is a factor in this. So I don't know how much he's deciding for the household. So I don't know. It's very odd to me.
But if that's the case, that make it even more manipulative because you know exactly how he feels about it then.
Right, and then you're still doing things to keep her roped in.
You're being a disobedient wife. You know what I mean? Continue. Come on.
Yeah, well, Janelle and Christine talk. Christine is curious and wants to know if Janelle is okay.
Oh, boy.
Christine always want to know if somebody's okay.
Stop right there. Last episode, guys, the safe place was at Garrison House. You get what I'm saying? I don't know which house they in now. Are they still in Garrison House or wherever they at? Christine always want to create these spaces of safe space of I just want to make sure you're okay. And things like that and things of that nature. Listen here, the best place is a therapist's couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be careful of those people that try to create a safe space for you, but really they just want information. That's all they want. Continue, Blair.
But my thing with that too is okay, one, I could tell for the show, yes, we want to hear these conversations. Yeah. But in real life, I'm just I'm only going to talk to you about it maybe a couple times. Every time I see you, I'm not updating you on something that's going wrong. How am I feeling today? our relationship needs to be more than just something I'm going through.
Facts. You're right. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're right. Continue.
Yeah. Well, Christine, so they get to talking and they're talking about how kind of Kody split his time recently. And Janelle was saying Kody came over, in the evenings, like around 7, but he would leave early to help Robyn get her kids ready for school.
Yeah.
And Christine is saying she can't remember Kody leaving one home to help get the kids ready for school to another house. Like, that's never been a thing.
But for Robyn, it's always point back to Robyn. Go ahead.
Well, Kody, he likes taking the kids to school, Solomon and Ari. He said that just, I guess, the way things were back in the day and all of the hustling and just being crunched for time and trying to make ends meet, he was saying that there really was no time for that. But now has a little bit more leisure time and he's taking advantage of these moments.
I guess so. But, I mean, dude, you know how like things can be true, but at the end it's still like not the full truth.
Yeah,
I do believe that back in the day, y'all definitely wasn't as financially stable as now. I think that's the truth. The half truth is you could have helped other people's kids get ready
a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Even if it's not consistently.
Yeah,
you don't want somebody to say like Christine say, I don't remember ever. Kody doing that. I'd rather somebody say he didn't do it all the time because of course it's always the situation, especially with me being the youngest of 3 siblings. Of course, the first child never gets the best parents.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They knew and they probably crunching for time and money as Kody tried to say. It's usually the last kid that usually be like, you know what? The parents is tired, you know what I'm saying? They're not as young, and so like the last kid don't get as much beatings. The last kids get a lot more leisure. They usually call the last kid spoiled. Yeah. Because by then the parents make more money and things like that. But Kody can't use that excuse, especially in this situation of sister wives, to where you just don't have like one wife, you have 4 of them. Continue.
Yeah. Well, Robyn told Kody that it was going to cause a problem with him taking the kids to school, but he didn't listen.
I don't believe you, Robyn. I'm sorry.
I don't believe that. I feel like she'd be talking to him sometimes.
And listen, for someone who, the reason why I don't believe it is Kody called Robyn the love of his life. Yeah. Why wouldn't he listen to the love of his life?
I don't think he listens to her all the time. I think sometimes he does, but sometimes he does what he wants to do.
I understand that, but
she shows her loyalty.
I understand
by going with it.
But I'm saying, like, based on what Robyn says, she says a lot. She says a lot based on these past episodes. We on episode 10. For the past 10 episodes, Robyn been saying, I told Kody don't show me favoritism. I told Kody about Christmas. I told Kody about don't take the kids to school. I told Kody. How do you always telling Kody stuff and he always going against what you're saying unless you're not saying it? That's how I view it.
I feel like if she says it, she might say it in passing or very softly and try not to ruffle any feathers.
Hey, Kody, don't do it.
Yeah.
Cody, don't take the kids to school. Bye, Kody. I just don't believe it because I'm like, yo, for someone who loves this person and call her the love of their life, you want to make sure that you're in right standing with her. So if she's the one that's telling you how wrong you're doing all the time, why aren't you doing anything different unless you're whispering like, don't do it? Kody, I think that's a bad idea. But continue.
Yeah. Well, we touched a little bit on Janelle's birthday celebration.
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite scene of the whole night. Go ahead.
And she said it was fun. It was easy. It just wasn't romantic. And she hasn't heard from Kody in 2 weeks since her birthday. Yeah. Christine is sad for Janelle. Whoa. She really wants Janelle to be happy and thinks Janelle deserves better. And Janelle, she's kind of annoyed with Christine. Yes. Just in the fact that whenever she talks to her, it's like Christine has this pity for her. And Janelle is like, I'm fine. She's like, I know I deserve more. Janelle says that she is doing more. She feels like she's doing things differently. And she doesn't need Christine's pity to sum it up.
How did you feel about that, Blair? I'm gonna let you go first.
I felt rightfully so. I mean, I think Christine's way is what Christine needed, but Janelle is a little bit more content with keeping the status quo. I don't think she necessarily wants to leave the family, and I think that she is enjoying not talking to Cody and being by herself, but also knowing that she's still married and still in the faith and her morals are still intact, but she can just ignore her husband.
Christine over there talking about like how sad that it's your birthday and like you just basically get taken out and dropped off and then no one talked to you for 2 weeks and things like that. How sad. And Janelle is like, listen here, I'm starting to get tired of you. Of trying to put me in this situation as if I'm depressed, as if I'm weary, as if like, woe is me. Now, when she say it, we gonna take it as the truth. But when I say everything that I said about Christine, all of a sudden I need to watch from season 1. Y'all need to pick a side.
I think they did.
I think okay. Y'all need to re-pick a side because listen here, man. I don't understand how y'all don't see how Christine is bitter. I'm not saying that she doesn't have the right to be bitter. Listen to what I'm saying, right? So let me not yell it.
Okay.
Because I want people to hear me what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not gonna yell.
All right.
I don't understand how y'all don't see that Christine is bitter. She has every right to be bitter. She wasn't treated right in that relationship. Cody, it's your fault. Right? She was mistreated in that relationship. Cody even told her, I don't want a sexual relationship. I don't want to lay with you. I don't want nothing. Basically, we just go be a platonic marriage. Cody, it's your fault. You get what I'm saying? She has every right to feel what she feels, but I have every right to also review and to diagnose it as, hey, listen, you need to get over this guy, and the best way to get over this guy is to not keep talking about this guy and to not making this guy the son of your solar system, as I said last episode, that y'all called me pitiful for. You get what I'm saying? Now, when Janelle says it, it's the truth. But I saw this in episode 1.
Yeah,
I saw this episode 1 in the first season in season 18 in the opening episode when I said, "Who's the true villain?" Christine just wants a teammate in her bitterness, and guess what? I understand because Christine was treated wrong, and Christine sees Janelle as you're being treated wrong. So why aren't you basically taking the same steps? I was the trailblazer.
Yeah, do what I do.
I was the trailblazer in this. Leave. And Janelle's like, I had a great time on my birthday. They're like, you see that episode where the wind was blowing in my hair in that convertible? Matter of fact,
and we went to this restaurant. That's hard to get into.
And things like that.
It was great. He dropped me off, and then he went to Robyn's house.
Yeah.
She's like, and you're just gonna go out with Robyn's husband?
Yes.
And I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna relax and enjoy my evening.
Now listen here, this is not part of the show, so I don't want nobody to quote me that this happened on the show. I think when they turn off those cameras in that episode, they got a little touchy, kissy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Because they didn't record the date.
They didn't record the date because they said they felt like the cameras was invasive and that it didn't want to intrude on the moment. Mainly, basically, for 18 seasons, for this one episode throughout the 18 seasons, that the cameras now become invasive, intrusive, and things like that. Listen here. Based on what I think in my monogamous mind, right? The fact that Cody still thinks there's hope is because I think they crossed the lines a little bit. Okay. Even through their separation.
And she even mentions that. She talks about how they've been friends with benefits for a long time. And I was just like, oh, really?
Before they was, quote unquote, married and things like that. No. Well, you talking about during
the marriage.
They were friends with, well, hold on.
Because because I guess she didn't consider them having like a romantic relationship. She considered it a friends with benefits thing.
How is it? Maybe that's my question. How is it friends with benefit if you're my wife?
Because she didn't consider them as a romantic relationship. Like they were just friends.
I took it as before they made it official that they were friends with benefits. No. I took it as that because I heard her say the same thing that you said. She said me and Cody was friends with benefits for a long time, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I think Janelle is very fine with, and granted, if she's not, quote unquote, pulled into talking about Cody, I don't see her talking about Cody.
No, I think she would just be enjoying her kids. I mean, whatever plans she got with the trailer. I mean, she does busy herself. Yes. I feel like.
Yes.
So,
even though she had these feelings, she said it last episode that, hey, I'm not going to spill my guts to these strangers. And things like that. Like, it's just not who I am.
You're like, I don't know these people.
Yeah. So, but I think, like, Janelle, I think it's starting to get irritating for her because I think Christine, sometimes you want to believe that when somebody asks you how you're doing, that it's genuine. Yeah. You know? But I think she's starting to get irritated because Christine is asking, but she's asking with a motive. And now it's starting to feel less genuine. Yeah. And she's like, you know what? I'm starting to get tired of you, Christine. And I'm like, Janelle on our team, Blair. Janelle on our team. And granted, I'm not even anti-Christine. I'm just reviewing the show. I'm reading what she's writing.
Yeah.
And Christine is bitter right now. She has every right to be. But I think she should really address it the way that Janelle is doing it, by just being quiet and just isolate herself from that whole side of the family.
But you know what I thought was funny?
What's up?
Was when Christine was saying she's open to doing a family reunion once a year. I said, interesting.
Why?
You don't like nobody.
And truth be told, everybody thinks you don't like nobody.
Right.
So,
and then Robyn is like, that's asking for trouble and for fights when things aren't resolved. Cody's like, I don't really have an intention in seeing and hanging out with people who don't like me. So
Cody, you need to grow up, my guy.
Yeah, he does need to grow up in that regard. But I thought that was so, because Christine's like, oh yeah, I'd so be down for family reunion. And it's just like, why? You've got Janelle, you got their kids. What for what?
Exactly. Oh, but there's more that happened that basically I think it made Christine a little irked of what happened in the upcoming conversation with Janelle. Continue.
Well, we go to Meri's house.
I know, but I said I'm not talking about next. I'm talking about further on down.
Oh, further on. Oh, okay. Well, we're back at Meri's house. Aurora is 20. She's dating a guy. Cody's okay with it. And then Meri and Robyn talk about how they like married young, had kids at the age, and how that's just way too young to get married and have children.
Yeah.
And Meri never regretted marrying Cody, but she regretted not taking the time to really get to know who she was as a person. She married Cody 6 months after knowing him. And even in the relationship, Cody called Meri a flirt. Meri calls flirting safe and having fun.
Listen here, stop it. I'm
like, Meri, you need to get to flirting now that you're single.
Yeah. Even then, I think
if she would be single.
I saw it from a different perspective. I seen it as revisionist history. I think she sees it. I think she has regret now based on where her life is now with Cody or with the sister wife family. If things was amazing and things was going on, she probably will be actually promoting like, yeah, you should do this because it worked out for me. But now that it's kind of like she's like in this like gray space, it's like, oh my God, I was so young and so dumb and I didn't really know myself. I understand that. Continue.
Yeah. Well, Robyn and Meri have a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And Meri signed a contract for her current house, so she's going to be staying there. Cody's saying that Meri has little involvement with the kids, and Cody really thinks that she should just move on with her life.
This is the 20th time Cody has said this. In confessionals, all the above. Continue.
And Meri's position is that she signed up for these family experiences.
Okay.
All the kids is grown, Meri.
What are we to say to that? Meri wants to stay. Cody don't want her to stay. Robyn says, there's hope that Cody will take you back. Cody's saying, no, there's not. Like it's the same ring around the rosy. It's the same circle. Continue.
Yeah, Janelle, she was saying that everything is amiable with her and Cody, but she would want something different from the relationship, something more romantic and more a relationship like than a friendship.
Yeah.
And Christine, her thing is like, Cody wasn't heartbroken when she left, and how are things cool with you and Cody when she saw the fight and how the fight went down. And Janelle says that she's more at peace when he's not around. She needs a companion and would consider a plural marriage again. Christine would not.
Of course not. She's like, I don't understand it.
Christine thinks Cody is monogamous now, and Janelle would agree, but it doesn't really matter to her that much.
No.
Yeah. Janelle says they've been friends with benefits for years. That's what she said. But her faith tells her that she can't just walk away. She would need to get released before she could remarry, but she's not even that involved in the faith and in the church to ask somebody to release her.
Crazy.
Janelle said that she's pretty much content with staying put with where she is. And Christine, this is her going into, she said it a few times this episode, like, you want to be married to Robyn's husband? And Janelle, her thing is Cody's only upset when faced with his ego. Christine says that Janelle hasn't had her defining moment yet, I guess, for her to hit her rock bottom to leave. But I think Christine needs to realize Janelle is just different. Yeah. She doesn't want what she wants. She doesn't want a monogamous relationship with a man who loves her and dotes on her. She doesn't want that. She pretty much wants to be left alone, but also wants to be able to keep her morals intact.
And you have to understand something. everybody don't wait to hit rock bottom to leave. In Janelle's mind, she's like, I left. Like, I'm separated from him. I'm not in the everyday operations of the sister-wife experience.
Yeah, I don't talk to him every day.
Like, I don't talk to him. I haven't talked to him. Like, there's no... I'm leaving... I don't want to say peacefully because, of course, like, there was some strife between them two. But, like, there's not going to be thunder and lightning when I leave.
Right.
Like, if anything, Janelle seemed like the type to just fade out. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think Christine will see that, especially when Janelle is saying things like, look, if Cody changed, you get what I'm saying? It would have to be, now granted, it would have to be a big change. And Janelle is, even though she's saying if Cody changed, she will rethink about it, things like that. She's also making it very clear that she believes Cody won't make that change. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, like, she's not even saying that, like, I have hope that Cody will change. Right,
or that he needs to hurry up, or I'm out of here. She's just kind of like, if he does, then we can reestablish that type of relationship. If not, we just going to do what we're doing now.
But, like, I know he's not. You know? Yeah. But I think Christine was like, that's not mean enough. Like,
don't you hate this guy?
Exactly. Like,
wasn't he terrible to your kids?
And like, to her, she's like, yeah, like, you know, it was times where he was that, but it's like, you know, I'm doing my thing. And that's why Christine can, like, look at it. And guess what? I give Christine props. Because she's saying all these things in a confessional. She's not saying these things to Janelle's face. Right. Because if she say these things to Janelle's face, I think Janelle would shut down and she would just stop talking to her about Cody altogether. Yeah. Right? I think Christine's experience with Cody was completely different than Janelle's experience. I seen throughout the seasons that Cody was much harsher with Christine than Janelle. You get what I'm saying? So their whole experience and the way that even Christine takes criticism, or the fact that Christine is not combative, but she would say what's on her mind.
Yeah, she's more vocal.
Exactly. So y'all had a different relationship than things like that. You expected more from Cody than Cody was willing to give. That's why, to Blair's point, Janelle was like, we were friends with benefit, and I was fine with that. Even Janelle said a couple episodes ago, if not last episode ago, to where she's like, yeah, like, Cody spent most of his time with Robyn, but that ain't matter to me. And Christine's like, how can that not matter to you? Yeah. Like, that's Robyn's husband. I think just the way that y'all are wired is very different. And to her, she's like, look, you had a different experience with Cody. I had a different experience with Cody. Even though we both are in the same boat in the sense that we both don't want to be with Cody, don't pity me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving and I'm setting the standard of, like, I want to be separated. He don't want to be separated. I'm saying I don't want to be with him. And I think, like I said this a couple episodes ago, Cody is so blinded by his ego that he may find himself in a Meri situation to where he's trying to get his wife back and Janelle and things of that nature. And Janelle's like, yeah, I'm good. I don't see Janelle. If anything, I see Janelle and him probably sleeping around with each other every now and then. And that probably will confuse him even more. Yeah. And thinking, like, you know, maybe we need to reconcile, maybe things like that, you know, help me pay off this Cody passing lane, or whatever it is, Coyote pass or whatever it is. But I think she's like, look, I enjoy, she said this on her birthday, hanging around with Cody platonically. Like he's when there's no expectation, it's a fun time. Yeah. We ain't talking about our relationship. We ain't talking about the kids. We just hanging around. And Christine's like, how can you do that? Because she can't separate the two. And I understand. Yeah. I understand. Anything else?
That's all.
Listen here, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all comment. You know I love your comments. Wendy, hopefully you liked the episode. Wendy Smith, I hope you loved the episode. Hopefully we did you justice. We're trying to do a good episode for you, Wendy. You pay us. Okay? But hopefully y'all enjoyed it, man. Y'all be good.
Bye.